What's up, guys? Mike here. Hey, sorry, I haven't recorded one of the blogs for a while. It's been a really busy few weeks, so I just wanted to. I have time to do this week's one, and I'm gonna try and record the previous 2 Sundays blogs that I haven't had time to do at some point soon. So you can hear them, but you can always read them on the actual blog. Bit of news from me as well, which was cool. I hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube last week, which was awesome. So that is very, very cool. But I guess I want to get straight into the blog this week, and this week's blog post is called "Banning YouTube for Kids is the Worst Idea Ever. Here's Why." Before I start, I want to acknowledge that kids would probably be better off without any social media. I myself had struggled with social media use over my life, and to be honest, I was only about 13 or 14 when I started using it. Platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat to me seem fair game if the Australian government wants to ban social media for kids under 16. That being said, I am seriously doubtful that any social media ban will work. Kids have a way of figuring out workarounds and loopholes. They're very good at it. Unfortunately, addiction festers. If you're addicted to heroin, you'll find a way to get heroin. The same goes for kids and anything that adults want to ban them from. Back at high school, we found ways around Facebook being banned on the school internet, and the school was simply unable to prevent us from doing what we wanted. YouTube, at least to me, feels really different. Firstly, I don't even really consider YouTube as a social media. I see it as an entertainment streaming platform with some social aspects like commenting and liking. Secondly, I think YouTube is genuinely an invaluable resource for anybody, including kids. When I think about apps like TikTok, I think about the buffet-style all-you-can-watch content where the user is passive and doesn't make a selection. I might be veering into grumpy old man mode, but TikTok to me feels disposable, creating a net negative of time use. YouTube, of course, competes with TikTok in the short form space with their YouTube Shorts, but I don't tend to use those much. Where YouTube really shines and constantly outcompetes actual streaming companies like Netflix is its long form content. YouTube is a haven for content about literally whatever it is that interests you. When I was a kid growing up in Australia, there was nothing on free-to-air television that covered the kinds of things I was interested in. I can barely think of a single video game-related TV show that existed on Australian television, and I had nobody to talk to about my favourite things. Fast forward to YouTube, and suddenly you're connected to a group of people who are equally as interested in the things you're interested in, discussing them and creating content about them. Not only is YouTube a haven for this kind of content, it also features tons of educational and productivity related content that is extremely valuable. I'm going to make a big call. YouTube has taught me more in the last 3 years than my university degree ever did. Probably the same goes for high school. And nowadays, with the plethora of content available on YouTube, do we not see the value in it for students? Learned something new in a science class and want to know more? Great, YouTube it. Studying history and want to watch some documentary content on the American Civil War? You'll find tons of it. Heading off on a school camp and want to know the best gear to bring? Tick. Are you learning a language and want to watch some content spoken in that language to help familiarize yourself with it? No worries, you'll find it on YouTube. Where YouTube could be an invaluable and more greatly implemented resource to Australian school kids, both as a social mechanism and an educational tool, the government instead tries to lump it as another boogeyman social media that is determined to destroy kids. Won't somebody please think of the children? I want to circle back to my first point though. My primary media consumption is YouTube in 2025. I watch videos about all of my interests. I subscribe to multiple video game channels like Game Explain and Good Vibes Gaming that I've now been watching for over 10 years. I honestly connect with the hosts and feel like they're my friends whenever they put videos out. I'm excited to click and watch. Channels like Super Carlin Brothers, who do fan theory videos about millennial pop culture like Harry Potter, Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars, they have over 2 million subscribers, 2 podcasts that I love, and multiple other endeavors. When I watch their videos, I again feel like I'm in the company of friends. I have never seen anything like their content on Australian free-to-air television or streaming. I watch music reviewers like Anthony Fantano, political and social commentary channels like Jared Henderson and Mark Manson, productivity YouTubers like Ali Abdaal, and film commentators like Karsten Runquist and Captain Midnight. There's also a plethora of podcasts I like that do video versions of YouTube. My point is, YouTube is for everybody. The content is long form and comforting. It can be something I pay lots of attention to or have on in the background. So much of my identity and personality stems from me being able to connect with my interests, hobbies, and passions through YouTube when I was at high school and beyond. I make YouTube videos now because I loved what I saw and wanted to be part of that world. I hate to think of the next Mike who is desperate for that kind of connection now, but might not be able to find it anywhere. Instagram and TikTok never felt like they were homes to me, but YouTube is always giving me content that I want to watch. The mainstream media doesn't often provide content for people with alternative hobbies. It's mainstream for a reason. It covers content for the widest possible audience, and nothing I was ever into felt represented there. So let's not ban kids from using YouTube. It might be the only way they get to find their spark. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Hey, if you liked this, there is a bunch of other blogs on the actual Substack, and I have a YouTube channel, and I mean, I'm sure you know all of my stuff, so go and check it out. Apologies, it's been slow on this feed recently because it just has been super busy with business, and business is kind of what pays the bills and keeps the lights on here at my house. So yeah, but thank you so much. I hope you enjoy these, and I hope it's worth something to you, and I'd love to know your thoughts. So feel free to shoot me a message anywhere. But that's pretty much it from me. My name's Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I will catch you later. Bye.